Humans of planet Earth, welcome back to JRE in a nutshell. Today we're gonna talk about the interview with Akaash Singh, a comedian guy. He shares the podcast with Andrew Schultz and others called Flagrant. Links in the description. But first, don't forget to like, subscribe, press that bell, and tell all your friends who watch the Joe Rogan Experience. I might be useful. I might save them some time. We are in this all of this social media, so whatever you use, you can share and like, subscribe, all that cool shit. All right, dudes. So Akaash Singh, this guy honestly is not really my favorite dude. I don't think he's particularly funny, and yeah, he's like the sideshow Bob of Andrew, the Robin to Andrew's Batman, let's say, plus three others who are, I guess, I don't want to hate on the dudes. I don't like hating on people, but yeah, Andrew is amazing, and then plus four. So they do this show called Fragrant, and yeah, in the podcast he wasn't really giving in a lot of input. He said a lot, very often, like, I don't know enough to chip in and stuff like this. It might be because he really didn't know enough. It might be because he's afraid of getting cancelled because topics were controversial. He did say a couple of times, though, after Joe like explained whatever it was that they were talking about. He did say a couple of times like, "Oh, hey, I'm kind of buying into this theory, blah blah blah." So let's say that he's not necessarily scared of getting cancelled or against conspiracies, but it was not a lot of input. So kind of stale. It got kind of stale at some point. They start talking about the Las Vegas Sphere, and Joe was mentioning how the UFC is gonna do a show there, fight there, an event, and they already spent $9 million. Holy fuck! So apparently, well, who knows? But it looks like it's gonna be the only one, the only event. It's not gonna be like a regular thing. So they speak about nutrition and the carnivore diet, and as usual, Joe says how he and he recommends this diet. He put a lot of the comedians on it, and everybody said they feel great, blah blah blah. So he recommends the carnivore diet, obviously, very openly. They speak about corruption and government things and things that are going on. A little bit about COVID as well, and some controversial stuff also. Hollywood, for example, whatever these evil people have going on over there behind doors, and they finish with stand-up. So they talk about Eddie Murphy, I believe, and some other comedians. Maybe not Eddie Murphy, I don't remember. So yeah, all in all, like I said, not my favorite guy in particular, and also not my favorite. The conversation got kind of stale, so 2.5 nuts for you, Akaash. I'm sorry, dude. And yeah, that's it. Don't forget to stay for the quote of the day. It's about Watergate. So Joe explains what Watergate is. It's pretty interesting. Please don't forget that I have nothing to do with Joe Rogan or the Joe Rogan Experience, and all of the other topics, links, timestamps, all down in the description. Cool. So that's it for me today. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Tucker Carlson on the other day and explained to me Watergate.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? Like Watergate, there was an intelligence officer who became a reporter, and that's Bob Woodward.
Oh, I didn't know he was
That
an
was his
intelligence officer.
Young guy.
Wow.
Became a reporter like right away, first assignment.
Bob Woodward
which
and
never
Carl
happens.
Bernstein is the other guy, right?
Which
Yeah.
never happens.
Yeah.
Never happens.
Yeah.
The people that broke into the office, CIA agents, CIA informants, CIA employees, and then Gerald Ford was on the Warren Commission, and he was the only one that they would accept for Richard Nixon's vice president. The other guy, Spiro Agnew, they hit him with, I think it was tax evasion. So he's out. Mm-hmm. They get rid of him, and then they get Nixon in there, and then they get him with this whole Watergate thing,
Yeah.
and then they get rid of him. And then he was the most popular president in U.S. history. And he won the election by the largest margin in U.S. history.
Wow.
And they got rid of him in 2 years. And it was a complete coup. Like they took him out.
Nixon.
Yes.
Wow.
And one of the what Tucker was saying, I don't know if this is true, but what Tucker was saying was that Nixon was he was very interested in the Kennedy assassination. And he had said to the head of the CIA, I know why they killed JFK.
Wow.
And he said nothing. He just stared at him.
Really?
Because, yeah, apparently it's on video, or audio or whatever it is. You could. So he was just explaining to me. I'd never known that. I thought Nixon was corrupt. These intrepid reporters, these fucking really go-getters,
Yeah.
they busted him and they printed this thing and wow, we caught him. He's a crook.